dude, and I did too. But I just ordered the download, and I've been listening to it all day, dude. It's a goth
Yeah,
type.
I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Cure meets uh, Bajas, I guess you can say,
Right. Mm-hmm.
with
Dude,
a little bit of metal in the background,
so I
but
seen
not
him live.
much.
It was killer. I mean, the sound. I mean, sometimes I go. I'm glad I videotaped some stuff because it sounded better on video. I don't like to do that because I don't like to the people behind me. Because when someone's in front of me filming shit, it fucking annoys me. So I try
Right.
to like keep it down by my fucking belly. You know.
And that's why I asked you if he premiered or if he performed,
Promoted.
performed. Yeah, sorry, speaking fast. If he performed any other songs other than Unforsaken or Forsaken or whatever the hell it's called from Queen of the Damn soundtrack,
If he
because he did that whole soundtrack with other vocalists
right.
in mind,
Mm-hmm.
but he pretty much wrote that whole soundtrack, and I was just wondering if he had actually performed them live, because that would have been awesome to fucking see live.
If he did, I didn't recognize it. Because I was hoping he was going to throw a Korn song in there, and
No,
it got really fucking quiet, and
I
some
saw I saw somebody had posted something online, and it was with the video and shit, and somebody had shouted out a Korn song, and John was like, "This isn't a Korn show, motherfucker."
yeah he yelled at this guy when we went. He was yelling, "Play twist, twist." He kept yelling, "Twist." And he goes, "Hey, yo, man, this ain't a Korn show, motherfucker." And then they went right into the next song. I don't know if it was something that was set up, but the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
drummer, dude,
it was similar to that, but yeah,
the drummer, I know he's the drummer in Korn, but
yeah,
holy shit, dude. The guy is a fucking monster.
dude, he really is. I was watching Yellow Wolf. You know, I am, and any prickly Rickley fans out there, you know, I'm a avid fan of Yellow Wolf, and Yellow Wolf had just posted last year's Rock on Range video when Ray and Fieldy from Korn came up on stage and did his song "Push 'Em," and I've played that song on my show or my segment. At the time, it was a segment,
One of the
and
great. Go ahead.
oh no, I mean, I was blown away by because when they posted it, it was the first time I saw it, and I just, the song, if it had heavy guitars in the background, dude, that song would be a masterpiece, I think, anyway.
Bro,
And now, following Yellow Wolf, he seems to be going back into, I don't know what's going on with this cat. He does his country rock type thing like Kid Rock did, but now he's got the skullet. I want to skullet, but it's like a mullet mohawk,
oh
and now
God.
he's going back into his whole rap. So I probably won't be playing a bunch of his next record that's supposed to be coming out in like a month or so. Trunk Music 3, but we'll see. I'm paying attention to what he's releasing, because the Yellow Wolf that I was into, he may be changing. He ain't all that good shit.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
anywho,
they like to switch it up. But going back to Ray, dude, I
yeah,
never seen a drummer so fucking into what he does and the way he interacts with his drum tech. I
Right.
was more intrigued by that than the rest of the show. I couldn't believe, like, the way they would throw the sticks back and forth to each other. He would like
Uh-huh.
into. I go, that is the coolest. He and the guy is so approachable. I wish I would have like got a chance to see him. We went out. We were outside when we first got there by the tour
Well,
bus. Of course, they're not there. Everybody's waiting.
I met him at the corn booth here in Dallas when they were touring with Slipknot and King 810,
Yeah,
and
those guys are cool.
yeah, I mean he was a really cool cat. He signed my ex-girlfriend's shirt
I thought you
because
were gonna
she
say
bought,
titty.
huh?
I
No,
thought you were gonna say he signed her titty.
no. You know Beth. She sends you messages all the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
time.
yeah. She sends me messages when she wants to talk to you.
Yeah, because I have her ass on block. Motherfuckers, there's a reason why I have her ass on block. She has to go through my homeboy to get to me.
That's funny shit. But anyway, let's go back to fucking to the ghost thing. So I mean, I hear a ton of different influences in it. I don't expect it to be metal. I don't, I know what Ghost is. I know what they do. I think that being a metal guy and a rock guy is one of the reasons I didn't give him a chance and should have gave him a chance. We all listen to the fucking Beatles.
Right.
It's unless you're a real fucking like death metal elitist, there's no reason not to like Ghost. If you don't like him, that's fine with me.
In my opinion, in order to appreciate and like Ghost, you have to be a fan of music.
Right.
Meaning,
I'll agree with that.
Like in my next show, I'm playing Bone Thugs and Harmony. I mean, that's the.
Right. That's why I said when you wrote me a letter and you were like, "Hey, man, I apologize," and you thought you were getting soft because you listened to Ghost. No, your mind grew. I mean, you accepted it. I mean, look at King Diamond. I wasn't a fan of King Diamond really back in the day, but as I moved through my music career and listened to different music, I'm like, well, there's something there.
I will say right now, my favorite King fucking Diamond album is Them. And it is so, I mean, if you listen to Them, it's
all concept, yeah.
Yeah, every King Diamond album is concept. But if you listen to Them, holy shit. I mean, nothing is flawed on that record if you listen to it. And that's why I always busted your balls because Ghost is, they're influenced by King Diamond. There is no secret to that.
They're influenced by fucking ABBA or whatever that fucking shit's called. And them clowns are getting back together. But
right.
I mean,
right.
I'm influenced by so much stuff. I mean, that's why I think it's ignorant to think that and to be a fan of Kiss. And you sent me the clip because they talked about it because they know that I'm fucking right. Listen,
right?
He's saying that Kiss wasn't a pop band until the '80s, only because of what they look like. They put out a fucking disco album. He's still a fan of Kiss.
So why isn't Eddie Trunk bringing up Slipknot? Or Alice Cooper, or anybody else that came after Kiss, because in my opinion, Kiss was one of the originators of the shock rock value, clown paint, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they brought it to that level, absolutely. He's scared of Corey Taylor because Corey Taylor works with a lot of Sirius XM and does stuff. Well, he ain't scared of little Tobias Forge because they're still emerging. Eddie Trunk thinks he's bigger than Ghost. That's why he thinks he can. But in his defense, he never really said it was a bad song. He just said he didn't understand the musicians that play such heavy type of music, bopping their head to the listening to the song.
And Jay, I have a fucking list of all the celebrities in the said Instagram video premiere for Dance Macabre, or whatever the hell it's one of these.
Let me just say one thing.
Okay.
Then I'm going to let you read the list. The fucking guy has his own show and doesn't realize that all the metal musicians that he talks to, if you ask them what's playing in their iPod right now, odds are, I bet you it ain't even a fucking metal band. I used to ask this question a lot on my show because I always wanted to know where someone's head was at that wrote their music. So the latest, the one that sticks out in my head so much and blew my mind was Andy Gerald, who was in Marilyn Manson, who is now in There Is No Us. The guy don't even listen to metal. He's like, I'm not really a metal fan. And you tell me what his music sounds like. It's fucking heavy, insane metal.
Right.
It's total chaos with a kind of a political. I don't know if it's really political. I don't care what it is. I just like it. But when that guy tells you I'm listening to like fucking The Cure and Duran Duran, and so is guys like Jonathan Davis.
Right.
So should Jonathan Davis not have listened to the Beatles because he wrote some of the greatest new metal that exists today?
Right. And I listened to John Davis's new album today, and like I said earlier, it reminded me of old 80s, like The Cure or The Cars or anything like that. It wasn't heavy. It was very, melodic, gothic type of sound.
Experimental. It's and you know what? A lot of things about Jonathan Davis. There's a lot of things that the fans don't know about Korn, like when the drummer was quitting, and he was pissed off when they were in the studio and he wanted a longer break. Jonathan Davis played like 8 fucking drum tracks on that album. I don't know which album it is, but Scott Bowling, he's a friend of mine on Facebook who is good friends with My Therapy, who are on the Comp CD. He has a show on YouTube, a great show. You should check it out. He interviewed Head. Like, he brings the guests to his house. He has a beautiful home with a lot of music memorabilia, and he has all the albums, and he gets everything out, and, they go over the shit, and it was a really great interview. I learned a lot about Korn that day. I learned a lot about Head. I mean, these people don't just listen to metal music. I mean, Phil Anselmo from fucking, or Selmo, whatever his fucking name is, loves Ghost. I just watched a video with James Hetfield fucking warming up playing fucking Cerise by fucking Ghost.
Exactly. I just watched that shit yesterday, bro.
So, I mean, there's videos of fucking James Hetfield in the crowd. The guys from Avenged Sevenfold love him. The look helps. Okay, I like Tobias Forge. Before he was in fucking Ghost, I didn't even know he was the same guy from Magna Carta Cartel, the other band. And I don't know if this is going to blow your mind, but if you know the band Crash Diet, who was actually on the show a long time ago, he was the fucking bass player or some shit in that band. In a fucking glam hair metal band with big fucking hair and leather and fucking tight pants.
That's funny as shit, bro. That's
now Eddie Trunk can go listen to that because he probably knows who those guys are. And he was also in Repugnant, one of the fucking heaviest fucking death metal bands from fucking Sweden. So the guy was building a concept to play this style of music. This guy knew 4 or 5 years ago what was